RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to a Friday night football doubleheader. South Central Conference action on the air here on this Friday evening. It is already week number 6 for high school football, and we're glad you tuned in for the Roxana Shells and the Southwestern Piasol Birds in game number 1. Game number 2, also from the SCC, the Marquette homecoming game. You'll hear that tonight. Marquette against Litchfield from Public School Stadium. We're at Charles Raich Field here at Roxana High, and with Louis Korak, this is Brent Berkland with you as we get ready for the Shells and the Piasol Birds. The red and gold against the green and gold, and a great night for football, Louis.
Forget regular season, forget week 6. This is playoff time for these two teams anyway. Basically, you've got to win. I mean, it's a huge game for both of these squads. More so probably for Roxana at 2-3. You win this one, you're back at 500. You've got 3 wins on the year. If you're Southwestern, you win this one, you're 1 win away from becoming playoff eligible. So both of these teams are probably locked into playoff mode right now.
And Southwestern has been in the playoffs the last 2 years straight, and they're 3-2 right now with wins over Hillsboro, Litchfield, and East Alton Wood River. They lost last week to Pana. They were thumped 41-0. They also lost to Greenville this year. Meanwhile, for Roxana, they come in with a record of 2-3, and the Shells riding high with a couple of wins. They beat Vandalia and Litchfield this year. Last week, of course, losing to Carlinville by a score of 30-7, and now they stay home. It's a 3-game homestand, and this is the middle of the 3 home games. They'll host Southwestern here tonight.
Very unusual that you get 3 home games in a row in a high school football season when typically you're only going to get 4 or 5 games at home, and they're going to get 3 in a row. You don't see that very often, but that's the way the schedule worked out for them this year. Lost the first one last week to Carlinville. Humbled a little bit here at Raich Field, but a chance for some redemption tonight and an opportunity, again, get back to 500. You lose tonight, now then you're in a win situation every week for the last 3 weeks, and that will be a tough hurdle to overcome if you have to do that.
Southwestern beat Roxana last year by a score of 20-0, and the Piasol Birds have won 6 in a row over the Shells for the last 6 years in the SCC. But South Central Conference action tonight. Roxana on the field with their gold pants, the red jerseys and red helmets trimmed in lots of gold. And for the Piasol Birds, white jerseys trimmed in the green. They have the black pants and the gold helmets as they get ready to go as well. And the officials trying to get things going here too as we close in on 7 o'clock. Roxana and Southwestern here tonight. Again, it's week number 6. Other SCC games tonight. Again, Litchfield at Marquette. You have East Alton Wood River at Carlinville. You have Pana at Greenville. And you also have Hillsboro at Vandalia. So that Pana-Greenville game will be the game of the night probably in the conference.
Battle of unbeatens and a battle for first place in the, or I should say Pana at 4-1, excuse me. It's an opportunity for them because they did lose to Carlinville. They are at 4-1, Greenville at 5-0. So basically that's a battle for first place in the SEC right now. And don't discount Pana from possibly winning that game. That's a very stingy defense that they have. Again, this one's ready for kickoff.
Southwestern teeing it up at their own 40-yard line, and back deep for the Shells. It's Brad Perry and Jacob Carlisle. Shells getting the ball first, and Southwestern kicking it directly out of bounds, basically, behind the Roxana bench here on the near side. So Shells will start with good field position, and they'll start with head coach Pat Keith getting the football on offense, and that means quarterback Tommy Hackler getting the football as well. Looks like Southwestern are going to make them kick it over again. Back them up, kick it over again.
So did we have offsides? Is that because the kick was out of bounds? Why would Roxana make them kick that over again when you can get the ball at the 40-yard line? Unless it was an offsides penalty, or I don't know. Maybe they picked the flag up, did they?
No, because now they're kicking at the 35-yard line, their own 35. And we'll do it again. Here's the kick. And it's going to the same place, out at the 30-yard line. Flags fly again. It's 7 o'clock. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton as we get this Friday night football doubleheader underway, and they're going to move them back 5 again. And they're going to kick from their own 30, it looks like.
Are we doing, was that an instant replay of the opening kickoff or what? I mean, do we got TiVo, little rewind action here or what?
Do it again. Over and over again before we get this game started tonight. So now back to their own 30-yard line. Southwestern's kicker, Jordan Orban Jr., has booted it out of bounds here to the near side twice.
How about this? Try somebody else.
Now it's a high pop fly that's going to bounce.
Out of bounds.
Twice and out of bounds. Shells tried to grab it before it went out. But flags fly again, and maybe the Shells did touch that. One of the officials may say that Shells touched it and it would be down, or maybe not.
Would. Heck yeah, I'd take the ball right there where they had it. They'd get it around the 45-yard line.
Well, it looks like they're going to kick from their own 25-yard line, back 5 more.
I'll take the ball right there. Wow.
Now they are going to take it.
Absolutely.
And
that's a no-brainer.
Looks like the 45-yard line. We'll see where they mark it to start the ball game. Shells on offense. And on offense, their big running backs, at least the starters, Jacob Carlisle and also Donnie Spann. Well, Spann still missing with an injury. So a big fullback, out with the injury to the shoulder. And so Jacob Carlisle may run it even more here.
That's pretty hard to do, to get 3 penalties before a second even ticks off the clock.
It really is. 3 in a row out of bounds. They'll give it to Carlisle, and he looks for room on the left side, but cannot find room. Back to the line of scrimmage, the 45, and that's it. 2nd down and 10. Also in the backfield will be a junior, Trevor Hale. He'll start as the fullback, and he'll block for Carlisle, who now comes out of the game. Tommy Hackler, the quarterback, back into the huddle for the next call.
Well, it's just a case where he tried to cut it back. Started off to the left and tried to cut it back and get up the middle. Nothing there. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
I formation behind Hackler. He'll pitch it. There's a fumble in the backfield, and Perry is in trouble, and he is going to be hit at the 40, and that's going to be it. Brendan West actually with the carry, and West, number 25, smothered down. Luckily to corral the football first, and then he's down at his own 40-yard line.
Well, it was a perfect pitch. I mean, that's just one of those where you have to look the ball into the hands, and he just dropped it. And that was near disaster for Roxana. Fortunately for West, he was able to recover, and it's a loss of 5, but better lose 5 yards than to turn the ball over and give Southwestern the ball in Roxana territory.
Shells now in some trouble at 3rd and long from their own 40. 3rd and 15. The blitz is on, and Hackler is down. He's going down, and they lose yardage again. This time the sack going to Stephen Jones, the linebacker, and the senior right up the middle, untouched, and it is 4th and long.
Well, this looked to me a lot like what I saw last week. The few times that Hackler dropped back into pass situations, got no time virtually. That's a 2-3 step drop, and there's already somebody right in his grill, and really no time to get set and survey the field and get the ball downfield, and quickly Roxana's going to go 3 and out after good field position.
And that great field position is wasted. You're right. So now the punt going to Southwestern, takes a Roxana roll down to the 20, down to the 19-yard line before it stops there. Jordan Briggs with the boot. And Briggs, the punter, sends it to the 19-yard line, and Roxana will be on defense, and that means Nick Shearseth and the rest of the Piasol Birds on offense, and we'll see how things go for them. And we know they like to go in the air if they can, and we'll see how much they do it tonight.
Well, they've got those speed receivers, and you and I saw them a couple of weeks ago against the East Alton Wood River Oilers, and what a night they had, and what a night this quarterback Shearseth had himself.
300 yards passing on that particular Friday night. Here's a run to the far side, right side, and they string it out a little bit, but it is a couple of yards out to the 22-yard line maybe even the 23 for the Piasaw Birds there. Jimmy Green, one of their wide receivers, leading the team with 6 touchdowns. He's a senior wide receiver. And we'll see what the Piasaw Birds do now on second down and about 6 from their own 23-yard line.
Well, Dunham picks up the carry there and gains about 4 yards, so decent yards on first down to make it 2nd and 6.
And there's a late handoff. It's going to go over the right side again. It's Stephen Jones, it appears, to the 25. Goes number 25, and it's 3rd down and 4.
Kind of a counter draw there where a quarterback spins one way and comes back the other, and he gains about 2 yards there, so it's going to bring up about 3rd and 4. But a manageable down here, unlike Roxana, which was faced with a 3rd and long, and they went 3 and out. Southwestern looking to pick up the initial first down of the game.
High formation, but 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Shearseth. He's looking right, and he has some time, and he throws it, and it's a diving attempt, but incomplete, out of bounds over there at about the 35-yard line. Would have been a gain of 10, but instead it's 4th and 4, and it's punting time for the Birds.
Well, you see that a lot, not just in the high school, but in the college and the pro game, where a quarterback has got all kinds of real estate in front of him, and instead they try to thread a pass in there that's going to be tough. He had an open receiver there. He just let him too far out of bounds, but if he hangs on to that, he's got a lot of daylight in front of him, and instead of picking up a first down, now they're going to go 3 and out and punt the ball away.
And Southwestern boots the ball away, and it's a high kick and a fair catch at his own 40 for number 21, Brad Perry, the senior. Perry grabs it. They'll mark it at about the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Shells have it back with their second possession now.
At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a reward program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for a First Mid-America Credit Union Visa Platinum card at www.1stmidamerica.org.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
We have no score. We're in the first quarter, and right now on the clock, it's 8:29 to go in the opening period here.
Well, and each team's defense rose to the occasion, forced a couple of 3 and outs. Roxana with its second possession now this ball game. Just 3.5 minutes into the game.
Receiver left and right, but they're going to keep it on the ground. Carlisle, nothing doing there as he was smothered up by Ed Dunn, big defensive lineman, a junior. 63, grabbed him down to the ground, and they're going to give him maybe 2 yards, and that's it.
I was almost thinking maybe 1 yard there because, well, he barely got past the line of scrimmage once again, and looks like running between the tackles might be a tough area here for Roxana. They might have to start running some sweeps and some counters to see if they can get out on the edges, because a couple of runs between the tackles just haven't been there.
Carlisle comes to the near side. They try to string it out, and he is taken down hard to the ground. Once again, it's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain, but number 22, Jordan Orban, takes Carlisle to the ground at the 46-yard line, 3rd and 5.
Well, a lot of east and west running so far for Roxana, and that time, you're right, they tried to stretch it out here on the near side towards us, and quickly pursuing was Orban, and he was able to close very, very quickly there, and keep it to about a 4-yard gain, but it is a 3rd and 5, so pretty manageable down here for Roxana. But you got to give Hackler a little protection to throw the ball.
And he'll throw it back to Carlisle, and he's going to try to turn the corner on the far side. He cannot do it, and it's going to be a loss of about a yard. It's going to be 4th and 6, and the Shells are going to have to punt it away again, and they're going to lose possession again with good field position.
You're in a spot there where you're at the 46-yard line. If you're not that confident in your offensive line for a 3- and 4-step drop, how about just that little quick 1-2-step drop and you swing it out to your tight end? You need 5 yards. Maybe they ought to run a few plays like that. Tried a little trickery there, just did not work. And again, Southwestern forces a 3-and-out.
And it's punting time again, and it's punted away by Briggs. A line drive that's going to hit around the 20. Another Shells roll inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line, it appears. Southwestern will start deep in their own territory here in the first quarter with their second possession, and we're at 6:26 to go, first quarter.
47-yard punt for Briggs his first time, 46 on this one, so not too shabby on the first couple of kicks. You don't normally, as a team, want to talk about your punter doing a great job, but if he must, you'd like to see him get some good net yards out of it, and so far 2 kicks, averaging 46.5 yards a kick. That's pretty good, and this time they got Southwestern pinned inside of its 10-yard line.
First punt inside the 20, this one inside the 10. Big hole up the middle. Big run there by Dunham, number 10, over the 20, out near the 24-yard line for senior running back Tyler Dunham, off to the races with a huge hole up the middle.
Well, that was just nothing there for him, and once he hit the hole, he burst through it pretty quickly, and it opened up fast and gave him about 16 yards on the gain, and takes it from the 8 quickly out to the 24, and we have our first down of the ball game.
Southwestern football, scoreless game midway through the first quarter. Quick hitter again, and it's up the middle, and about 10 yards before he's finally knocked down goes number 25, the ball carrier this time, Stephen Jones' turn, and he may have enough for a first down. Looks like they may measure it, check it.
Yeah, they're going to bring the sticks out and take a look at this, but once again, good yards on first down there. They did that. They traded off. They countered. Started with Dunham, countered with Jones, did it again, and like you said, just a little quick hitter up the middle. And he's going to be about the nose of the football short, but you would imagine that they're going to pick this up. He gives them about 9 3/4 on the play.
And so, second down and short. We'll see where it goes from here for the green and gold. They have the football. And we are at 5:41 to go, first quarter. SCC football tonight. It's a big doubleheader. We'll take you to the Litchfield Marquette game after this ball game here. Southwestern and Roxana first up. No score here in the first quarter. Live from Shell Country, big crowd with the Shells and the Piasaw Birds battling here, and it's second down and short. I formation again. Looks like Jones and Dunham behind Shearseth, the quarterback. And a long count. Shells may have been offsides. No flag, though, and rolling to the right. Shearseth looking to get back to the line of scrimmage. And let's see where they mark it. It's going to be close. Maybe lost about a half yard.
Yeah, he probably lost a full yard and a half there. And Shells are going to pick up a sack there, but right play call there for Southwestern. If you're going to throw it, again, it's second at about the nose of the football, so that's a good time to maybe survey and try to go downfield with the ball, but the pressure was there, forced him out of the pocket, and they were able to get him for about a yard loss.
Here's a quick hitter again, a handoff again up the middle, and looks like they're going to get 2 yards, needed 1, but they've made it up to the 35-yard line, and Tyler Dunham, 1st and 10, Southwestern from their own 35-yard line.
No, it didn't work for him on second down, but just playing it safe there and just get a smart, quick handoff.
1st and 10, Piasaw Birds again, 2 first downs. They were pinned inside their 10, but they're moving out nicely, and there's about 10 more yards, maybe 9.5 again. Over the right side slides Stephen Jones again, and Jones and Dunham are making some moves on this drive.
They just continue to trade off, and both of them having some success so far. That's now 20 yards, or actually 16 yards and 3 carries for Jones. Dunham with 22 yards on 3 carries, so moving the sticks, and they've got a 2nd and short once again.
Try the right side again and diving over the 45 out near the 46. First down for Tyler Dunham, 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line, so close to midfield now for the Birds. Again, they started way back inside their own 10-yard line. That's 3 first downs.
Well, they've done a nice job. Pretty methodical here, nothing too fancy here. We saw them against East Alton Wood River, and how many times did they drop back to pass the ball? Only 1 passing attempt here, but so far the run has been successful, and they keep moving the sticks.
And it's a shotgun here, and Shearseth back to throw it, rolling to his right, and the ball slipped out of his hands as he was hit there. So it's an incomplete pass. A couple of shells right in his lap, including Stanley Corey, it looked like, number 76, who now comes off the field.
Well, the pass rush has been good for Roxana so far, and I say that because they've only had to come after the quarterback on 2 separate plays, but both times it's been successful. They've been able to penetrate and get into the Birds' backfield and force the quarterback Shearseth out of the pocket, and that time nearly caused a sack there, but it's going to bring up a 2nd and long.
2nd down, and they'll go back to the run and back to the ground with Dunham. Number 10, left tackle. Over the left tackle he goes for a couple. It's going to be 3rd and long, though. 3rd and about 8.5.
Well, as a defense, that's what you want to see. You want to see long situations. It gives you the opportunity to kind of set things up and maybe even bring the blitz here, and forces the opposition. You pretty much know that they're in a passing situation here, so now you can load up your box and maybe come after them. But no, they're only going to bring 3, and here come the linebackers.
Linebackers coming in quickly here, and the pass is incomplete, and that's his favorite target, Jimmy Green. Looked like it led him a little too much, and Green may have stopped his route there at the 1st down marker. It's 4th down.
Well, that's one of those where you hear footsteps and you short arm it a little bit. You don't want to get in there and make that contact, and just leading him into space, but defender was right there with him as well. So after 3 first downs, the Birds' drive is going to stall around midfield. Now they're going to have to punt the ball back to the Shells. We're inside of 3 minutes in the first.
First quarter, no score, and now Southwestern punts it right back to Roxana. They'll let it hit. They'll let it roll inside the 10-yard line. So now the Shells turn to take it inside their own 10-yard line, 1st and 10 with their 3rd possession.
If Southwestern did anything there, they changed the scheme here, and field position now is going to go the other way. They've pinned Roxana inside of its 10-yard line, so we'll see if the Shells can get something going offensively, get this football out of the shadows of their own goal line. So Southwestern did what it wanted to do there, got the ball away from their goal line, and now they get to play some defense deep in Roxana territory here.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So the field is tilted the other way. It's 1st and 10, about their own 7-yard line for Roxana. Shells with Hackler under center. Give it to the 2nd man through, and he has some room, and diving over the right side. Good yardage there for Brendan West. West, number 25, will take it out near the 20-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10. It's going to move the chains all the way out to the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. No, make it the 19.
Yeah, about the 19-yard line, so he gets about 12 on the play. Finally, the Shells are able to put a first down on the board and have a little running room getting the football out here, and that's a good way to start to get the ball away from your goal line. 12 yards on the carry. First first down for the home team.
There's the offensive line jumping before the snap. 2 or 3 of the offensive linemen. Offensive line, the starters tonight: Jacob Roberson, Ryan McClure, Eric Kessler, Jared Odell at one tight end, Cole Brooklander, also a starter. And we'll see what happens now as they're pushed back 5. It's 1st and 15.
Not the way you want to go. If you're trying to get the ball away from your own goal line, you don't want to start backing up with penalties, and that's the first penalty of the night for Roxana. So now looking at a 1st and 15 at their own 14-yard line.
Snap back. Hackler looking, gives it to the first man through. It's quickly to Brendan West. West spinning out to the 20-yard line. He may have picked up 6.
He gets the penalty yards back, and maybe another one there. Now he picks up about 7 yards, so good run there on first down.
2nd down and 8 from almost the 21-yard line now. Roxana at their own 21-yard line. Scoreless game. We're down to 90 seconds left. 1:30. And now flags fly again. We're going to have offsides on the Piasol Birds, it looks like, on defense.
Yeah, you're right. It is an offside. Already 4 penalties on the Birds, but remember, the first 3 came before there was even a second ticked off the clock.
3 kickoffs going out of bounds, back to back to back.
You ever seen that before?
I have never seen that before. Maybe 2.
I've watched well, then you've seen 2 more. Yeah, you've seen 2 more than I have. Maybe 1, but boy, although I've seen a lot of football games, I've never seen 3 kickoffs out of bounds, let alone 2 of them.
Here's Carlisle over the right side, hurdles a defender, tries to break a tackle or 2, and he's going to fight.
Tough run.
Near the 30-yard line. Looks like he may get to the 30 and to a first down. Roxana with a couple of first downs now, and it's Roxana ball out to their own 31-yard line.
Well, that's just a tough run there. Not a whole lot of running room between the tackles, but he was able to elude a few would-be tacklers. Carlisle did that time. He's able to move the sticks, and like you said, second first down of this drive. Second first down of the game for Roxana. 1:05 to go, or no, the clock is stopped. I don't know why.
Should be started after they set the sticks, and Hackler back to throw, looking deep, and Jackson is there. Johnson is there, and off of his fingertips. He got both hands on it across midfield, but Zach Johnson could not hold on.
Boy, you can look at that one of 2 ways. You can think if the receiver just lays his hands out there, but he had him out there just off his hands. And then you look at it the other way. Hackler maybe just by a half a stride just let him a little too far. Boy, the play was designed well. It was set up well, and that one had touchdown written all over it, and they just missed the connection on it.
31-yard line, 2nd down and 10 now. Roxana will go back to the ground, and they'll run it. Second man through, the deep man Carlisle going to push it out to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 from their own 35.
Well, he got some decent yards on 2nd down there, and you're in a passing situation here. Clock inside of a minute to go.
They'll mark it at the 36, so we'll call it 3rd and 5 with 36 seconds to go. And looks like last play of the first quarter coming up here, and no score. Each team with some possessions here. 3 possessions for Roxana, 2 for Southwestern. Roxana got the ball first tonight. Hackler rolling to his right, throws it behind the receiver. Incomplete there, and it was headed for a tight end, Jared Odell, and it's going to be 4th down.
Well, he was going to be short of the first down anyway. He ran his route short of the sticks, and That's kind of one of my pet peeves out there. You know it's 3rd and 5. You know where the sticks are. You know where you need to get to. Cut your route off once you get beyond the 5 yards. You see that at every level, and I just don't get it. Even if he makes the catch there, they're going to be short of the first down and forced to punt anyway.
Now we're going to have 3 possessions for each team. Roxana will boot it away. Clock stops after the incompletion with 20 seconds to go. 4th down, and the Shells boot it away. And there's a flag as the punter was bumped after the kick, and back to the 31-yard line it goes. And
that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, I don't know if that should have been a penalty. I mean, it was way after the kick, and it was just a little slight bump. And the kicker, of course, when he feels a defender there, he's going to fly to the ground.
That's smart. Smart play.
And so a penalty on the Birds.
It's running into the kicker, which is a 5-yard penalty instead of the roughing, but that's going to be enough for a first down, and it's going to give Roxana the ball.
So the Shells will keep their 3rd possession of the night, rolling here, 1st and 10. And Southwestern's offense on the field still. They think it's their ball, but going to have to change things up.
Yeah, that ball's going to get moved out to the 41-yard line. Roxana's going to keep it now. They'll run a play. And now it'll be the final play of the quarter, we think.
But I don't know about that call, though. Wow. That's one you got to let go, I think, if you're the...
Get your you got a red flag in your sock, get it out. Throw the flag.
Not on those you can't.
I know. Penalties, you ever think the red flag is going to work its way down to the high school level?
I don't know.
It
just might.
It's already... Reviews are at the collegiate level. High school's the next step.
So, Roxana's at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. First down, Shells. Handoff, and there was going to be a handoff there, but Hackler lost the ball, and it's going to go the other way, and Southwestern will take that field position instead. They'll be at the Roxana 37-yard line. Hackler trying to hand it to number 25, Brendan West, but he wasn't looking for the football.
Pat Keith not happy one bit, and you can understand why. You just got a break, you just got the football back, and now you turn it right back over and give it to the Birds at the Roxana 38-yard line. Fumbles is what killed this team last week, and the first turnover of the game goes to Southwestern, and I guess looking at the whole thing, they get better field position out of this than originally they would have had.
Oh, by a long shot. You're right. Now they try the right side, and nothing doing there for Southwestern on the last play of the first quarter. So after one quarter, it's scoreless, 0-0 after 12 minutes. Second quarter when we come back to Shell Country. Roxana and Southwestern, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Second quarter now underway. Southwestern, second down and 9, and a direct snap going back to number 22, and he'll take off running. Jordan Orban, and he pushes forward and pushes the pile forward. Not much, though. It's going to be third down. It gains about 1.5 yards, and they're still going to need about 7 or 8 more, third and long.
I wonder what's going on here. We have no Dunham, no Jones on the last couple of carries. It's been Orban now, and he's picked up about 1 yard, 2 yards in 2 carries here.
And the quarterback's lined up at wide receiver again. Nick Shearseth.
We got a little Wildcat action here, or what?
It is. This time the snap's going to Jimmy Green. The wide receiver turns the corner. Lots of yardage there. First down and more. Knocked out around the 25-yard line, and they want to get the ball into the hands of Jimmy Green, and they did there on a direct snap.
Well, that's only the second time we've called his name tonight. One pass attempt to him, and that's second time the ball has gotten in his hands or towards his hands, but boy, he does a good job there of picking up about 11 yards, and he gets the first down. On what, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9?
That's right. So Southwestern moving the ball now for sure. Second quarter, scoreless games, Shells and Piasol Birds. This time they'll hand it off. It's
more
a
Wildcat.
keeper again, and it's going to be number 22, Jordan Orban. He takes off running, and looks like he's going to be into the red zone down to about the 17-yard line.
Another Wildcat formation there, and timeout for Roxana.
They want to talk about this different look that Southwestern has brought to the table here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. Scoreless game, but Piasol Birds driving after the Roxana turnover. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
After the Roxana defensive timeout, they'll line up in the Wildcat again, and Southwestern this time nothing doing as they snap it to Jordan Orban. He's knocked down quickly, and it's going to be 3rd down. May have lost a yard, back to about the 19-yard line. They're in the red zone, but it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that time they were able to pursue well and not able to string it out. That time Southwestern, they ran a couple of successful runs out of the Wildcat, and now you're going to have a 3rd and about 4.
Shearseth back at quarterback under center. Going to hand the ball off. They try to break it to the outside. Nothing doing for Tyler Dunham. And he's knocked down at the 20-yard line. They're going to lose another yard. It's 4th down. Now we have a timeout for Southwestern on offense.
Well, and Jeremy Lansaw's on the field, and not happy with the last 2 plays there. Instead of, they were set up with about 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, and it was looking good, moving the ball forward after a couple of Wildcat formations, but 2 straight running attempts, and they go backwards on both of them now. It's about 4th and 5, and you can already see the way Jordan Orban kicks the ball. No offense to him, but this might be a tough area to try a 37, 38-yard field goal and put some points on the board, so you got to figure they're going to go for it here.
I would think so, too. Call the timeout, talk it over, and probably put the ball in the air again and watch out for Jimmy Green. Keep an eye on him, of course, and we'll see how Nick Shearseth plays it here and see how head coach Jeremy Lansaw plays it.
Well, don't forget about Michael Davis either. We haven't called his name. Remember the big game that he had a couple of weeks ago, and you've also like to go to Michael Hoxie, number 8 as well. So a trio of receivers, and you've got Green and Hoxie lined up over here to our right, and there's Davis to the far left.
Shearseth looking to the right, throwing to the right, near the end zone, leaping into the air, and off the hands of Briggs, the defender, and Jimmy Green, the wide receiver, in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like Briggs may have just gotten a fingertip on that ball to disrupt the play, and yeah, he was going to his go-to guy there. They were going for 6 instead of just trying to pick up the first down, but good defensive stand there for the Shells. They're able to withstand and withhold the turnover. Typically, points off turnovers are what decides games, and right now we've got a scoreless game, but Roxana will take over from its own 20-yard line in a scoreless game.
Last week, week number 5, the Alton Knights of Columbus Quarterback Club naming Jordan Briggs the defensive back of the week for the second time this year, and he makes a nice play there as he may have deflected that just enough away from Jimmy Green in the end zone. And now Jacob Carlisle running the football the other way, and he's over the 25 to the 27, second down and 3. Carlisle running for Roxana.
Well, he was first initial hit. You thought they were going to get him down for about a 3 or 4 yard gain, but he kept pushing the pile forward, continued to churn those legs out, and eked out about another 2 or 3 yards and brings up a second and about 2, a long 2.
Maybe just one back behind. Hackler this time, the fullback, and they try to run the counter, and the football loose again, and Southwestern says they have the football again. Let's see, they're going to have to unpile it.
There's no excuse for this.
Piasaw Birds ball.
None.
Wow.
No excuse for that at all. I mean, that's just poor execution there. I'm sorry. It's just, it can't happen. I mean, this is stuff that you work on, and this is a running team. This is stuff that you work on over and over again.
And all the coaches will tell you, turnovers, but we've heard Roxana head coach Pat Keith talk about all of these fumbles week after week himself.
It's just, you're in week 6 now. This is stuff that, if that's going to happen, okay, maybe week 1, week 2, where you're trying to do things, you're trying to work things out, but you're into week 6 here. You're into the second third of your season here, and it's still happening, and now it's happened to them on back-to-back possessions.
And they give them the ball at the 25-yard line. Well, now it's going to go back to the 30-yard line, though, because it's a false start on the offensive line.
But you continue to put your defense in tough situations here where they have to come up. They just came up with one stand, and now you put them right back on the field again. As an offense, there comes a time where you just have to execute some plays.
Hand off to Dunham over the right side. 1 yard maybe, and that's about it. There's that Roxana defense again. Danny Robertson, the tight end, number 32. One of the players in on that, a junior linebacker.
Well, you can see these guys are pursuing to the football right now very well, and what they're doing is, I'm noticing the tacklers when they get there, they're trying to knock down at the football. They're trying to get a fumble themselves. They're trying to get this ball back over to the offense to give them some confidence and move the football.
Second down and 15. At the Roxana 30-yard line, Southwestern ball. Shearseth going over the middle, wide open there over the middle. First down and more. Into the red zone goes Jordan Orban, and they faked the run and threw the pass, a little play action, and it worked to perfection. The middle of the field was wide open.
Well, I'd say that you line somebody up as a tight end, it's there. And that time, like you said, there was all kinds of real estate, about a 20-yard gain there, and we finally get a completion in this football game.
Just inside the 10-yard line. It's a handoff, first and goal, spinning away, and it's a touchdown. Looked like at the 5-yard line that Stephen Jones was going to be wrapped up, but he spins away for 6. 6-0, Piasaw Birds.
Well, that's just determination there, and only so many times you can turn the football over and give a team good field position and ask your defense to make a stand, and that time Southwestern cashes in. They finally put some points on the board after the second Roxana fumble, and they're going to try to tack on the point after here to go up 7-0.
And the holder drops the ball, so he will not be able to hold it for the kicker, and Michael Davis bobbled it just enough. And so, no PAT will be attempted. So, 6-0, Piasaw Birds. They score after the second Roxana fumble. Gave the ball to the Piasaw Birds at the 25, and Stephen Jones with a touchdown run. It's 6-0 Southwestern, second quarter. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
you don't know Jack Smith
in Wood River, Illinois.
Yeah!
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Back at Roxana, Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back with you, and 6-0 Piasaw Birds, and the Birds will boot it to the Shells. And Roxana will return it. It's Jacob Carlisle over the 30. Now the 40 to the 50. Now the 40, the 30 being chased to the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown! Jacob Carlisle on the kick return ties it at 6-6.
Well, if you need a boost, that's one way to get it there. Found a nice hole along the right side of the field, and boy, did he ever hit the hole when he got there. And well, you talk about a shot in the arm after a couple of turnovers by the offense. And that's a way to answer right there after giving up the points to Southwestern, and now Roxana a PAT away from taking the lead here.
Brandon Dudley will boot it away. And whistles. I thought there was a flag, but nope. PAT is coming. The hold is good. The kick is blocked. 2 Piasaw Birds were there to block it. Maybe only one got a piece of it, but we remain tied at 6-6 with back-to-back touchdowns, 13 seconds apart. The Birds score, the Shells score on the ensuing kickoff.
Well, that's the way you want to answer, and they certainly have done that and had a chance to take the lead, but now you're back to square one again.
6-6. Looked like he grabbed that ball about his own 20, 25-yard line, and he was off to the races to tie the game at 6-6. We are at 8:03 to go here in the first half. So second quarter, with a little more excitement. Now Roxana will boot it away from their own 40. They'll tee it up, and it'll be Southwestern ball. Piasaw Birds will return it. They send 2 back inside their own 10-yard line. Southwestern on the road here with a record of 3-2. Roxana at home with their record of 2-3 on the season. 8:03 remaining, second period. And Dudley will tee it up. 5'8" senior kicker, Brandon Dudley. He's ready. Shells ready. They kick it off to the Piasaw Birds. There's a muffed reception there, and the ball is loose. It's loose, and the Roxana Shells are going to grab it as it was pinballing around. And Roxana has it at about their own 30, or the Southwestern 35-yard line. There's their first turnover.
Didn't we just have a 6-0 game?
We just had a 0-0 game.
You're right. About a minute ago, you had a turnover by the Shells. Southwestern cashes in. Ensuing kickoff return. Now another fumble on the kickoff. Mistakes galore here. And now the Shells are going to have the ball at the Southwestern 33-yard line. Just like that, an opportunity to take a lead here.
Timeout Roxana. On offense, they'd like to use their second timeout with 7:53 to go first half. A 6-6 game in Shell country. Piasaw Birds and Shells, and we're back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To a military family, a phone call home is priceless, but these phone calls are expensive. By donating a used cell phone through Cell Phones for Soldiers, Weber Granite City Chevrolet is helping U.S. service members get a free 60-minute calling card. Cell Phones for Soldiers addresses an everyday emotional need that everyone has experienced, the need to call home, to hear a familiar voice while far away. If you have a cell phone you're not using, please donate it to us at Weber Granite City Chevrolet for the Cell Phones for Soldiers program.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo!
Back in Shell Country at Charles Rage Field, live coverage of Southwestern and Roxana. And the Shells with the football after the first turnover for Southwestern. They fumble the kick return. And about a 2-yard carry for Jacob Carlisle makes it 2nd down and 8. They're at the Southwestern 31-yard line. 6-6 ball game. Back to throw is Hackler. He's throwing it deep, and it is caught. It's caught near the 5-yard line. It's going to be grabbed there by Jake Quaid, the tight end, number 11, and he grabbed it in stride inside the 10. It's 1st and goal.
About a 24-yard gain there, and just float one up. It was one-on-one coverage running down the left side, and Quaid just goes up and snags that one in and picks up the 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6. Shells on the move, looking to break a 6-6 score.
Well, they got down 6-0, but they have answered and taken the momentum right back. And Hackler hands it off quickly, and up the middle quickly it goes to the big fullback, and that's number 40, junior Trevor Hale. And Hale, number 40, will take it inside the 5, 2nd and goal.
Give him about, do we want to give him the 3 there?
It's like about the 3.5-yard line.
So we'll give him 3 on the carry. So he picks up about half the yards there.
2nd and goal.
Like you said,
Hale, Carlisle in the backfield.
An opportunity now for the Shells to grab the lead.
The give is to Carlisle, but whistles blowing, and
that'll back him up.
It's going to be movement on the offense, a false start, illegal procedure on Roxana.
1 step forward, 2 steps back, huh?
Indeed. Roxana football, now they are back to about the 8-yard line, 8.5-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. Will it go to the air here? Will it stay on the ground to Jacob Carlisle? Carlisle, the deep man here in the I formation. It is Jacob Carlisle. Right side, he is hit and knocked down. The first hit was linebacker Stephen Jones. And Jones and the Birds bring him down at about the 4. So 3rd and goal, about a 4-yard gain.
It's about 4 on the play, and it's the penalty really hurt him there with 2nd and goal at the 3. Much more manageable, and now it's going to be 3rd and goal. Carlisle coming out of the game, surprisingly. 3rd and goal at the 4. Options are still available there.
I think it's going to go in the air.
Get that little quick hitter.
Brendan West comes into the game for Carlisle. He's the deep man. He's going to get it on the pitch to West, and they dive over the right side for a couple of yards. It's 4th and goal from about the 2.
What do you do here?
Probably their 3rd and final timeout to talk about it. Maybe not. Carlisle comes back into the game. Also into the game,
you kick the
Tyler Gentry.
The points, huh?
I would think so.
Only in the 2nd quarter. There's still 4:40 to go here. Take the points. Get yourself a lead.
The head coach, a couple of weeks ago we were here, and he went for it over and over again on 4th down. 4th and goal here. And it's Hackler under center from the 2-yard line. Handoff, dive forward, and touchdown, Roxana. After they unpile it, it's a touchdown, and it looks like Carlisle. Jacob Carlisle diving over the pile. 2-yard touchdown on 4th and goal.
Well, he didn't do anything fancy there. He just took it and went airborne with it. Didn't try any dancing around, any cutbacks or anything. That's your only opportunity, and boy, as soon as he got the ball, he went skyward and was able to get across that goal line, and the Shells go up 12-6, looking for the PAT to put them up by 7.
Well, I didn't think he got in, or
I thought it was close.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2. Hackler looking over the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of the tight end, Jake Quaid, who is moving to the middle, back of the end zone, and the two-point conversion is no good. Carlisle with a couple of touchdowns, and Roxana's lead now, first lead of the night, is 12-6 over Southwestern.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum Card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a reward program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for a First Mid-America Credit Union Visa Platinum Card at www.1stmidamerica.org.
Southwestern returns the kick after the Shells touchdown. Tyler Dunham running right up the middle of the field, and he's going to run out to the 30-yard line, 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Southwestern ball, and Roxana with their first lead. Piasaw Birds grabbed the lead at 6-0, but the Shells with a couple of quick touchdowns. They scored 2 TDs in 4 minutes.
Well, and it's a case of we had no points on the board for, how long? About 16 minutes, and then all of a sudden 18 in about the last 4.5.
Exactly. 3 touchdowns now on the board. Here's Shearseth throwing to Green, and he bobbled it and incomplete. He had it at the 40 for about a 10-yard gain, but a high throw, and he couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, you put 2 hands on the ball, though. You have to come up with that. He just dropped that one. Ball might have been put a little more zip on that and get it to him. The timing is there, but one way or the other, that ball needs to be caught, and the sure-handed Green does not come up with it.
Roxana on defense, Piasaw Birds football. It's 2nd down and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Big hole up the middle for Dunham. He may be gone to the 40, the 30, the 20. Briggs from behind knocks the ball away, and it's Roxana grabbing it in the end zone.
What a play. What a play by Briggs there.
Briggs hustling, and he knocked it away. Inside the 10, it rolled into the end zone, and it's picked up by the Shells, and I believe, I'm not sure the number, but somebody picked it up there, and it's going to come out to the 20.
Wow, what can you say about that? A great run by Dunham. In the clear daylight, he picked up about 60 yards on the play. He gets to about the 10, and Briggs out of nowhere. I'll tell you what, he's got more speed than his old man.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Boy, he came out of nowhere. What an incredible play that was. Terrific. Not only was he able to pursue to the ball runner, or to the runner there, wow. The know-how and the knowledge to punch at the ball, knock it away, force the turnover. Instead of a tie game, Roxana gets the football. That's a great defensive play there.
Might have been number 80, Tyler Gentry, that ran it down too in the end zone after it was laying loose there. Now it's back the other way, and it's Carlisle again over the right side, and he's got a first down and a dozen yards for number 24.
Roxana running game getting on track here a little bit, picking things up, and first down carry there for Carlisle.
Every time you think the Piasaw Birds have grabbed the momentum, it's the Shells who take it right back here in the second quarter. Time and time again.
Weird second quarter, isn't it?
It really is.
That first quarter just flew by because nobody really did much with the football. Now all of a sudden they're just going up and down the field with it.
Roxana ball, they're going to hand it off again. This time nothing doing, and it may be Carlisle again as he gets up off the ground after maybe 2.
So Dunham takes it from his 30 to the Roxana 10, loses the ball, and sure enough, the Shells recover it in the end zone, and it turns into a touchback.
Just never know.
I want to see Jordan and Mark Briggs line up at one end, have them run 100 yards, And I'll put money on Jordan that he beats him. He'll get to the other end zone by the time Mark gets to the shell logo out at 50. What do you think?
Coach Briggs won't even make it. You're right. Huffing and puffing.
I'll give him the 50-yard. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him the 50-yard line, but that's about it.
Timeout on the field again here. Second down and about 7 or 8 to go, and we have 3:02 to go till halftime. It's Roxana on top, 12-6. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
Roxana 2nd and 8. They'll pitch it to the near side. Brendan West. West to number 25. Turns the corner, but then he's smacked down about the 37-yard line. He was cruising over the 35, and then a wall there of Piasaw Birds. It's 3rd down and 5.
Well, he picks up about 4. So not a bad run there. And 38-yard line here. And what do? Do you run the ball here once again? Clock at 2:30 and running now.
Now they do have a couple of tight ends, including Jake Quaid here on the near side. Remember, he made a big catch a moment ago, number 11. Hackler's going to look to the right, though, and he's looking short, and it's picked off, and that's going to tie the game, I believe. It will, as short coverage there was Jordan Orban, and he saw it all the way, and it's a pick 6. It's 12-12.
Took it from the Roxana 40 and goes down the left sideline, and boy, he read that one well, and they did try the short one there, and boy, he just stepped in front of the receiver, was able to make the pick and go the other way, and again, momentum.
Back and forth.
Like a seesaw in this game.
2:11 to go in the first half, and boy, this second quarter is something. No score after one quarter. Now in the second quarter, each team has 2 touchdowns apiece, and we're at 12-12, and now somebody is trying to get an extra point or a 2-point conversion because we haven't had any of that.
No, we had a botch snap on one. We had a block on another. Then we had a 2-point attempt by Roxana. Now let's see what Southwestern does.
Again, 2:11 to go here. And look at all the turnovers. Roxana now with 2 fumbles and a pick.
Southwestern with 2 fumbles. So we've got, and this is all in this second quarter, I believe.
Roxana's first fumble in the first quarter, but other than that, 4 turnovers in this.
5 turnovers in this second quarter, and we still have 2:11 to go.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
Well, we're going to see what the Piasaw Birds do. They're going to line up for a kick, point after touchdown, and with 2:11 to go, they could take the lead again. Here come the flags. Offsides Roxana. They may want to go for 2 now.
Yeah, that makes you think about this a little bit, but I can't imagine, because all you need is an extra point to take the lead, so I can't imagine Jeremy Lansaw is going to make a different decision here, and yeah, he's just going to go for the PAT because it gives you the lead if you just kick it.
12-12 score.
Is this Orban kicking again? I can't see the number.
Does look like 22. High snap.
Wow.
Davis gets it down. The kick is up, and it is good. The extra point is good. Davis holding it down, and Southwestern takes the lead again. They led early, 6-0, then fell behind 12-6. Now they lead again, 13-12.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
At 4-1, and that team is a whisker away from being 5-0. Oh, look at this thing.
Short
Look
kick,
at that knuckleball.
Out of bounds it goes, and we saw that to start the game, and we're seeing it again now. Out of bounds it goes, and Southwestern will be pushed back again.
Do they practice these?
They might not. Although
well, that's four of them now, out of bounds. Who knows? And they will kick again.
Now they push back 5 yards to their own 35-yard line.
That's 7 penalties in this first half. What do you think about that?
That's too many.
7 too many.
So now from their own 35-yard line, as you mentioned, it is big number 71, Dalton Greenwalt, sophomore. And he boots it near the sideline again. This one, though, is scooped up at the 25-yard line. Up the sideline to the 35, the 40-yard line. And
run
outside the 40 before the return man knocked down. 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, the Shells will have 2:07 to go here in the half to maybe try to reclaim the lead.
Roxana
at the 41-yard line.
59 yards away from pay dirt.
Good field position.
Each team with touchdowns here. 2 touchdowns apiece in the second quarter. Hackler hands the ball off. Nothing doing there. Back to the line of scrimmage, and it's Brendan West, 25, for no gain, 2nd down.
You ever hear the expression running into a wall?
Piasaw bird wall there.
That was it. That was it. You go with a full head of steam, and all of a sudden, you think there's nothing there, and you run into something that's just going to knock you out, and that was pretty much it. You got nothing.
Well, these Roxana running backs, Carlisle, 5'7", West is 5'6", so they're not big guys. But they're quick, and they're fast. Coming to the outside, it is Brad Perry this time. Perry, number 21, comes to the near side, over the 50, out at the 47-yard line of Southwestern.
Well, they tried this a couple of times last week here against Carlinville. It worked once or twice, I believe. If I can recall correctly, there was the first time they ran it with Perry there. He picked up 13 yards, and Carlinville was finally wise to it. But this time, again, it works. 9, 12, about a 13-yard gain once again. Had to get my math there going.
Hackler hands the ball off. It's Perry again. This time he's back to the 50-yard line. Loss of 3 yards. They're going to mark it at the 50, 2nd down.
Well, that's just, you start going backwards, you're asking for trouble. And 1:05 to go in the half, and still got some time, but, well, going to lose about 4 yards here.
Back to their own 49, actually, and they're not in any hurry to run some quick plays here to get down the field, even though they have good field position. No timeouts.
They don't have any timeouts. So you would think, get into a hurry-up mode here. I'm surprised.
And now flag flies as Shells are going to get penalized again.
Illegal substitution, is that what we got?
I think they might have 12 men on the field.
That could be. I'll let you count them.
And it is going to be Roxana, 5-yard penalty. And they did have 12 men on the field because Brad Perry's off the field now. too many running backs, I guess, because Carlisle's out there, West is out there.
And you're right, they're really in no hurry. The clock is winding, and
28 seconds to go. They snap it. They hand it to Brendan West. He's over the 50. Now the 40. Down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds near the 20-yard line. I'm not sure if he stepped out before. I don't think so. It's going to be the 22-yard line or so.
He tiptoed up that left sideline, and, well, now you start thinking about this.
But now there's only 20 seconds to go.
Well, you can't afford to run the ball here because there's not going to be enough time to try to spike the ball and kill the clock. So he gets a first down, and we're going to give him about
from his own 44.
About 45 yards.
Yeah. Carlisle in motion. Hackler back to throw, looking left and looking for Johnson. It's knocked away and then grabbed, but well out of bounds there.
Well, you have to play the ball at the sidelines when you have no timeouts. Either go to the sidelines or throw the ball in the end zone. Those are really your only two options. But you cannot afford to take a sack here. That's the last thing you can do. If anything, throw the ball away. Even if you're within the pockets, let them call intentional grounding. It still gives you the ball, and it still even gives you maybe an outside shot. It would be a long shot at a field goal, but you want to at least, the very least here, try a field goal. You have to.
Hackler under center. Looking right, looking left again, looking over the middle. It's picked off. It's picked off by the same man, Jordan Orban, that returned it for a touchdown a moment ago, right in the middle of the field. And it's another Roxana turnover, and that is 4 on the Shells.
Again, going over the middle of the field, why? It's not going to give you enough time to run another play again there. It's just not going to do it. Now you have 7 seconds left, and that's pretty much going to be the half, and Southwestern gets another turnover.
We've had 5 turnovers here in the second quarter. 3 by the Shells, 2 by the Piasol Birds.
Little hot potato.
Mercy. And 2 touchdowns apiece, and here's the quarterback for Southwestern taking a knee.
I think they've had enough.
And they have had enough of this second quarter. It's halftime now, and our score here at the half, the Piasol Birds lead it 13-12 over the Shells. Back at Roxana High in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac, serving the River Bend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital. The best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm. Your good neighbor agent in the River Bend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Buy American.
Welcome back to Roxana High School. Shells will kick it to the Piasol Birds to start the second half, and everybody settles back in here and waits to see if there's more excitement to come here in the third quarter. The second quarter was some fun stuff, and long too, yes, with all of those touchdowns and points being scored. 13-12, Southwestern with the lead, and they'll get the ball back right here, right now. It's a high, short kick.
Oh, that's a live ball.
And a live ball is loose again, picked up by Dunham, and he's up to the 25-yard line.
Boy, they flirted with danger with that once before, and Roxana was able to pounce on the fumble after the kickoff, and that time, first runner, I believe it was number 80, Brendan Schiller, who got a hand on that ball, and ball was live for a moment, but I believe second back was able to pick it up, and Southwestern will begin with it at its own 27-yard line to start this second half.
First and 10, and we'll see how the Piasol Birds play it here with the lead. A lead of 13-12. They hand the ball off. Dunham trying to break it to the outside. He does break a tackle out near the 30, maybe over the 30-yard line before it's over. And second down, about the 31-yard line before he was finally taken down.
Decent yards there, 4 yards. Dunham had that long 60-yard run on his last carry, but that turned into a fumble.
Southwestern second down here from their own 31-yard line. They set up shop. And back to throw is Shearseth, rolling to his right. Looking. He tucks it under, and he's going to take off and head outside and head out of bounds. Brendan West ran him down.
He likes to roll out, and particularly...
He likes to roll to the right.
To the right, exactly. And that time, a little hesitant. Didn't know if he wanted to take off with it immediately. When he realized he didn't have any receivers down the field, he tucked it in and gained maybe a couple yards there. 3 yards. Picking up third and short, about 3rd and 3 here.
Hand off, the ball loose on the ground, it looked like. The ball loose, and it's going to be Roxana ball. It's Brendan West coming out of the pile with it, and what do you know? Another turnover.
Did I not say we might have a carbon copy of the second half, but minus the turnovers? Well, so much for that. Here we go again.
On their first possession of the second half, third down, and they turn it over to the Shells, and Roxana has it at the Southwestern 34-yard line.
Well, they weren't going to get the first down anyway, but better to keep the ball.
Carlisle there, nothing doing as he runs into a wall, and he's going to lose maybe a yard. Second down.
When you start running into those walls, it would tend to hurt.
Hurt a lot. And Jacob Carlisle has run a lot.
He lost about a yard there.
And Hackler, the quarterback, back to the huddle, new play, and the ball right on the 35-yard line. Second down and 11. Hackler under center. The center is 52, Jacob Roberson. Handoff goes to West. It looks like this time West will weave his way up the middle to the 30, to the 29. It's third down.
Gained about 6 on the play, and all sitting at the 29-yard line, and about 3rd and 5 to go, so you're in that gray area. Probably 2-down territory here.
About 9:40 to go, third quarter. 13-12 game. Hackler runs into the running back, and now a late pitch to Carlisle. Carlisle weaving for a first down near the 20. A broken play, but it works.
Can you believe that? That had disaster written all over it, and somehow Carlisle is able to pick up the first down. Nose of the football at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 on the carry, and they move the chains. I guess sometimes the busted plays wind up being a good fortune for you.
Better to be lucky than good, sometimes.
Well,
1st and 10 as they get to the red zone. Ball just outside the 20-yard line, it looks like here for Hackler, the quarterback. Puts a man in motion and gives it to that man to the near side. On the move. Looks like it might be Perry. And no, it's Brendan West, 25, and he rumbles inside the 20 down to the 14-yard line.
Gets about 6, and he seems like he's the one that you want to get out on the edges because he's got that burst where he can get around the corner. And sure enough, picks up about 6 on the play. Good yards on first down.
8.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Second down and about 4 to go. Shells in the red zone, trailing by a point. After the turnover, Hackler hands it to Hale, the fullback. Trevor Hale bursting forward. Third down and short as he's going to pick up maybe 3, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, he got into that hole pretty quickly there, and I think they're going to measure for this one, actually. Or are they?
And maybe they're going to see exactly how much there's to go there. And here come the chains now from the other side of the field. Coming up, we have Litchfield and Marquette tonight. Tomorrow we have Ohio State and Illinois, 11 a.m. kickoff. And then after that, you'll hear the CM Highland game tomorrow afternoon, followed by the Alton-Collinsville game tomorrow afternoon. So all of that action coming up this weekend. Southwestern here, taking on Roxana. SCC football. 8:15 to go, and it's third down and less than a yard to go.
About the nose of the football.
Hackler under center, and he's going to take it himself. He bobbled the ball,
goodness.
Lost it, and I guess he fell on it. It took him a while to grab it finally, and I think he was still trying to push forward for a first down. It is Southwestern ball. He did not get it back. Wow. Another turnover.
Again, no excuse. There's just no excuse for that. And that one's on the quarterback. I mean, it's a called quarterback sneak. You can't put the ball in the carpet in that situation. If you're going to be a team that's going to start turning the corner here and making plays and being successful, got to start making some plays on the field. They're in the red zone there, and you can't give the ball away like that.
Boy, these turnovers are unbelievable tonight.
Ridiculous is what they are.
Again, you mentioned week 6 and this is happening.
Yeah.
Shearseth looking deep. He throws it deep, and it's a nice grab on a quick turn there by Hoxie. Number 8, Michael Hoxie, down the sideline with a pretty catch.
Well, we haven't called his name out for a pass play yet tonight. I had mentioned him earlier as a threat, and that's a 20-yard gain there, and they quickly get out of the shadows of their goal line, and boy, you go from maybe putting your defense in a spot to make a play to now they can start moving the ball.
Handoff over the right side, and Piasol Birds going toward their bench there on the far side for a couple of yards. Second down and maybe 7 to go. It might have picked up 3 there. Well, we have 8, count them, 8 turnovers in the game now. 5 for the Shells.
No, I mean,
and out of the 8, 6 are fumbles. 2 interceptions.
Shouldn't be happening tonight. Just it's too late in the season for this to be going on.
Shearseth throws again, and almost a nice grab by Hoxie. Went way up between 2 defenders at midfield, and it fell incomplete.
Boy, what a nice effort there. And that ball was thrown a little bit behind him as well. But he was able to get up in the air in between 2 defenders. The coverage was pretty good. You just tip your hat to the quarterback for threading the needle there and giving his receiver an opportunity to catch the ball, and they just missed making connections there. Now it's 3rd and about 8 to go.
Southwestern opening it up here with the shotgun and the spread offense, receivers everywhere, and Shearseth looking deep over the middle, behind the receiver, and Davis had it for a moment, incomplete again.
Well, coming in to make a play, a couple of Roxana defenders there, so they force Southwestern into a punting situation after they do pick up the 1 first down. So 7 minutes on the board, and it's going to be 4th down. Roxana's going to get the ball back, but neither one of these teams really want to hang on to this football.
No, they don't, especially in as close as a game as we've had since the start. Nobody's led by more than 6. Each team's had a 6-point lead. Now Southwestern will punt it away from Briggs, the return man. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Roxana will take over at their own 40. Remember, they had it at the Southwestern 34 after the fumble, but then they fumbled it right back to the Birds.
No, you had 3rd and inches in the red zone, and red zone turnovers are worse than any of them. Red zone turnovers and turning the ball over in your own territory. Those are the worst kind to get because, 1, you're taking points off the board for yourself. 2, the other way, you're basically giving the other team a short field to work with, and that was a situation where they were in the red zone, and they gave the ball right back.
Each team fumbling on their first possession of this second half after all of the turnovers in the first half. Each team starts the second half by fumbling too. And now, Southwestern back on defense. Carlisle goes over the left side for Roxana. Gains about 3 or 4. 2nd and 6 now. Out to the 43-yard line.
15 carries on the night now for Carlisle. He gets 3 on that one. Biggest run he's had a 12 and a 10. Other than that, it's been tough going for him tonight.
Except for that 75-yard kickoff return.
Well, special teams is a different story.
Yep. Carlisle over the right side, and tough running again to the 47-yard line. A gain of 4, 3rd and 3.
Just patiently waiting for his blockers to create a seam for him there.
Receivers coming in for Roxana. Tyler Gentry into the game. Bass Raich. Sebastian Raich in. Jared Odell comes out. The 2 tight ends coming out. Jake Quaid out too. And quarterback Tommy Hackler back.
Let's back this thing up. Apparently we missed a penalty. It looks like a holding. First hold of the night, believe it or not.
And it was behind the line of scrimmage. The flag was at the 43, so it's going to go back to about the 33, 32-yard line. So not only turnovers, but penalties. Big part of this game, too. 2nd down and long. Hackler hands it to Brendan West. West outside, breaks it outside, knocked down near the Roxana sideline here on the near side. He's over the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3rd down and long.
About
15 to go.
About 4 yards on the play, and not exactly known as a down the field type of passing team here. It'd be hard pressed to see Roxana pick up a 1st down here.
Hackler into the huddle. And we'll see if the Shells put it up. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Actually 2 wingbacks here for the Shells. Hackler drops back to pass, throwing it deep. And it is a diving catch by Johnson, 88. Zach Johnson going airborne, and he makes the catch at the Southwestern 33.
Well, I'll tell you what, for a team that doesn't pass very well, that sure was a nice pass play there. Boy, perfect throw. Right on the money, led his receiver, and a nice diving effort there by Johnson. 32 yards on the pass play. Wow. 3rd and 15, and wouldn't have expected the Shells, a running team, to pick that 1st down up, but they sure did.
Here's Carlisle, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. 53 in there quickly for Southwestern, and Carlisle's going to lose yardage back to the 35-yard line.
2-yard loss there, and that's just a good open field tackle, good pursuit, getting to the ball carrier, and just an ankle tackle there, and a lot of times it's good technique. You're able to make that play there, and and the Shells are going to burn another timeout here. Boy, they burned them quick in that 1st half, and there's their 1st one here in the 2nd half.
It turns out they could have used them there before halftime. But
yeah.
3rd quarter here, and our time on the clock, 3:54 to go, and we're still at 13-12 Southwestern. That's where we were at halftime, and that's where we are here in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at RiverBender.com.
To-do lists rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices. with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Timeout Roxana, and the Shells ready to go now on 2nd down and 12. Ball at the Southwestern 35-yard line. Louis Korak, Brent Birkland back with you here. Handoff up the middle, nothing there at all again. And that was Brendan West to the 34-yard line. It's 3rd and 11 now.
Well, they were faced with 3rd and long last time and were able to convert, but you don't want to make a habit of this because percentage-wise, these are very difficult to convert, but they were able to convert 3rd and 15. I don't know. Is this 4-down territory here?
It might be.
Well, especially if you can pick up some yards here.
Right. Carlisle over the right side, tiptoes his way through, and he is close to a first down.
Face mask there?
I think he got him by the jersey, and it's a 10-yard game, and it might be 1 yard short.
Well, now you definitely know what's going to happen here. That's a best-case scenario of what could have happened there, and sure enough, he picks up about 10 on the play, and they will go for it here because this is more or less a no-brainer. If you pick up a couple yards, then maybe you think about Pooch kicking it and maybe pinning him back deep, but no decisions here. They're going to go for it.
And no fumble here.
You had to bring that up, huh?
Hackler hands it to Carlisle over the right side. Oh, he is smacked at the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure.
That's going to be close.
Boy, oh boy, he was hit and bent backwards. He may have gotten a yard, and that's what he needed. They're going to have to measure.
I can't tell from there.
Oh, was he hit?
Yes, he was.
Carlisle.
He basically ran that like a goal line play, didn't you? He tried to dive for the first down. Boy, you're really asking for trouble if you try that. I don't know if he got this. I'm going to say no.
It is Southwestern ball. It is well short, almost a yard short, really. And it's going to be the Piasaw Birds who hold and go on offense and have a 13-12 lead still. With 2.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
How many times can you get a gun out and just continue to shoot yourself in the foot? You get deep into opposition's territory and you come away with no points.
Over and over again in a 1-point game. Still the shotgun for Southwestern, but they're going to run it out of the shotgun. Lots of room there. Stephen Jones breaks into the secondary to the 30. He is caught from behind. Linebacker Danny Robertson, I believe, caught him, but he's in the red zone down to about the 12-yard line. Stephen Jones off to the races.
Well, you go from your 24 to the 12 the other way, and big plays can make a big difference. And boy, they got a big play there, and he darn near took that one to the house. Good play that time. I didn't see who ran him down from behind, but 13-yard line of Roxana.
I believe that was Danny Robertson that caught him. He's a big linebacker.
53 yards on the carry.
Still the shotgun, and this time it's the Wildcat, number 7, Jimmy Green, but a penalty flag flying, and it's illegal procedure on the offense. Jimmy Green was going to take that and run with it.
63, I take that back on the carry for Jones. 63 yards, and it's his first carry of the second half, believe it or not. Well, they haven't had the ball very much. Roxana's had it the majority of this quarter.
Southwestern, remember, 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles. Roxana's hoping for another here. With 1:52 to go. Here's Green. He's dancing through the middle of the field, and nice yardage inside the 10. Looks like he may be down near the 5, and it may be a 1st and goal. Let's see. No, they need to get to the 2 or 3 yard line.
Well, he got back the penalty yards and then some. Picks up about 13 on the play.
2nd and short. About 2 to go, maybe 3 to go. Mark the ball right at about the 5-yard line. Handoff over the right side. Knocked down right away. Maybe a yard there as Danny Robertson brings Stephen Jones down.
Give him about a yard, so it's going to be about 3rd and 2. 3rd and a long one, but Southwestern going to burn a timeout now.
Each team has used a timeout here in the second half. Timeout, Piasol Birds with 58 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Birds lead 13-12, and they're looking for more when we come back. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products. At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
you don't know Jack Schmidt in Wood River, Illinois.
Yeah! Southwestern with a timeout, and they are in the red zone and looking for more. They lead at 13-12 over Roxana. Less than a minute to go, 3rd quarter. And it's 3rd down and 2.
2-down territory here, no doubt.
Southwestern, full house backfield, but they're going to snap it to Orban. Jordan Orban, right side, looking to break a tackle. He dives forward. Touchdown! Touchdown for Orban. It's a 4-yard touchdown run, and he gives his team a 19-12 7-point lead.
Well, when they line up in that Wildcat formation, it's done some good things for him here tonight, and that was no exception as Orban gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. First one offensively. He had one defensively. Last 2 scores in this game have come from him.
He's changed the game around because before that pick, they were down by 6. And now they'll go for 2. Shearseth back to throw it. 2-point conversion, and it is good. 2-point conversion is good on the pass play, and they add 2 to the board. Stephen Jones may have caught that pass, and it makes it 21-12 with 53.5 seconds to go, 3rd quarter.
Boy, and that's important because that makes it a 2-possession game now.
Touchdown run, again, Jordan Orban. And the 2-point conversion is good, too.
And it was Jones.
Stephen Jones. So Southwestern, biggest lead for either team tonight now, 21-12 our score. Piasol Birds looking to go to 4-2.
And that comes after the big 4th down stop over here. And in stopping Roxana, instead of giving up points going this way, they come back, get 8 coming back the other way.
That one big run by Stephen Jones turned the field around again.
Big plays and turnovers have been a difference here tonight.
Well, let's see what happens with the Shells get the ball again. Trailing now 21-12. We'll see if they can do some damage here. There's plenty of time left, of course. We're late in the 3rd quarter. And the kick goes to the Shells, one of the up men for Roxana, bringing it up the field. Over the 40, out to the 44-yard line goes Jordan Brueggemann, number 14, with the return to the 44.
Good run there, but how many times have we said tonight Roxana with good field position and they just haven't been able to do anything with it?
Got to capitalize. if you get that great field position, and they have because of the turnovers at times. We'll see what Roxana does with it here at midfield. Get word that Carlinville is now leading East Alton Wood River 42-7. Cavaliers over the Oilers there tonight.
At home.
At Carlinville, indeed. Big lead at home, and flags fly, and it's going to be the Shells. False start once again. They'll be pushed back once again. CM and Highland 14-14 in that Mississippi Valley Conference battle tonight. So we get word that they are tied now. Going for sole possession of first place there. Both teams are 2-0 in the conference.
Who would have seen that coming before the season started?
If you're going to pick two teams, I don't think those would have been the two. Here's a handoff to Jordan Briggs. Briggs turning the corner to the 50. Now the 45 and the 40. Up the sideline to the 30. Tiptoes down the sideline. It's a touchdown. Jordan Briggs with a touchdown. 61 yards.
And where did that speed come from again? Didn't he just make a long marathon run to thwart a touchdown the other way?
He did.
Boy, did he get around the edge fast.
We've said that he doesn't get his speed from his dad. He gets it from his mom. That's what she just told us, too, right in front of us here. So, Denise, you're right.
Well, we know he doesn't get his speed from his dad.
And they kick coming from the Shells. Point after is good. The extra point is good, and the Shells right back to a tight ball game, 21-19. They give it to Jordan Briggs, and what do you know on offense? He makes something happen, too.
Well, he's averaging 61 yards a carry.
There you go.
And just like that, every time it seems like when Southwestern makes a statement, Roxana's got an answer.
A quick answer.
Yes. Yes.
61-yard touchdown run.
Carlisle's kickoff return came 13 seconds after the Birds scored the first points of the game.
Point after was good there by Roxana again, so it's 21-19. So for the first time tonight, we have a 2-point game, and that's interesting. Shells will kick it now as teeing it up. The kicker, Brandon Dudley again, number 7.
So this one comes 21 seconds after Orban's score.
Southwestern's comfortable 9-point lead is now 2.
Not so comfortable anymore.
It was comfortable for 21 seconds, you're right.
Yeah.
So Roxana boots it away. 32 seconds to go, third quarter. The kick going, and it is out of bounds. Out of bounds by Roxana, and you don't want to do that. Nope. And so Southwestern will get the football, and I don't think they're going to make Roxana kick it again. They'll take it at the 35-yard line.
Absolutely. Why not? It's good field position.
What a strange game this has been.
Well, you're not kidding.
Turnovers, touchdowns,
penalties,
back and forth, momentum like crazy.
Some more turnovers.
Yes.
And then some more turnovers.
And some more penalties.
And some more turnovers after that. And guess what? We got another quarter.
Whole another quarter to play, indeed, as they run it up the middle. Southwestern for a yard or two for Stephen Jones, number 25. And that may be the end of the third quarter.
Winner take all fourth quarter, huh?
Nobody scored in the first 11 minutes of the third quarter. Then in the last minute of this third quarter, each team with a touchdown. That's typical the way things have gone tonight. And the third quarter wraps up, and it's a 2-point game. Piasol Birds 21, Roxana 19. As we come back to Shell Country for the fourth quarter in a moment, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To a military family, a phone call home is priceless, but these phone calls are expensive. By donating a used cell phone through Cell Phones for Soldiers, Weber Granite City Chevrolet is helping U.S. service members get a free 60-minute calling card. Cell Phones for Soldiers addresses an everyday emotional need that everyone has experienced, the need to call home, to hear a familiar voice while far away. If you have a cell phone you're not using, please donate it to us at Weber Granite City Chevrolet for the Cell Phones for Soldiers program.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Coming up on 9 o'clock here on a Friday night. First day of October, October 1st. Might as well be Halloween weekend the way this game is going.
Oh, look at this.
Southwestern coming to the near side. Wide receiver screen. Michael Davis coming to the near side. Pass complete. And he's out to the 43, 44-yard line.
Well, it was set up well.
Dancing around to the 43. It's 3rd and 2.
But credit the Roxana defense for the pursuit. 6 yards on the play. Third and about 2. And see if the Roxana defense can stiffen up here.
2-point game. Piasaw Birds up, 21-19.
Oh, there it is.
Jones is hit. Fumble. Roxana football at the 40-yard line. 40-yard line. Number 11, Jake Quaid with the hit. He causes the fumble. The fumble is picked up by Trevor Hale, the linebacker.
4 fumbles now for the Birds. 3 for the Shells. 9 turnovers in all. Are we going to hit double digits? We've still got 11-10 to go.
There's a long way to go.
But you're right. Quaid, you could see he blew that thing up right from the get-go. Southwestern in shotgun formation, and they just do a more or less a delayed draw on 3rd and short. Jones gets hit in the backfield, and then he loses the ball.
Roxana, the football. Come up the near side. Jordan Briggs again. Briggs over the 35, down near the 33-yard line.
Maybe they found something there. Give him about 8.
Winning the defensive back of the week twice this year. Now look at his offense. 21-19. Roxana down by 2, but they're moving with the football after the fumble.
Oh, that's
coming to the near side here, Brendan West, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. They may mark that one back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
3rd down and 5.
Well, he loses definitely a yard there, and sure enough. Well, but this is 3-down territory, so.
Boy, whoever does not win this game, they're going to be kicking themselves, whoever it is. Well, we get word that Collinsville and Alton getting ready to start the 4th quarter. What a game they have. K-Hawks 28, Redbirds 20. 28-20, Collinsville. Here's Carlisle trying to make it to the outside. Cuts it back to the middle. Nice decision to cut it back to the middle to the 25, 1st and 10.
Well, again, it's one of those where you set up your blockers and you wait for them to open something up there. And once he saw a seam, he cuts it back inside. Gets it to about the 25-yard line and gets about 9 on the play.
So 28-20 Collinsville. CM 14-14 with Highland. 4th quarter here. Handoff to Briggs, and it's a fumble. Hackler will pick it back up and fall on it. 2nd down and long. That's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 28.
How many times do people have to hold their breath here?
Over and over. Everybody's going to be drained in the crowd, on the field, the coaches, the players, the fans after this game. Fourth quarter here. Roxana to the line of scrimmage. Second down and about 13 to go. Hackler under center. Jordan Briggs in motion. They fake it to him. Give it to Carlisle. Got some room up the middle. Jacob Carlisle breaks a tackle. He's still pushing forward. And it's going to be a first down in the red zone, it looks like, down near or inside the 15-yard line. Maybe right at the 10-yard line.
What a run that was. Gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Picks up the lost yards. And gets a first down. So first and goal for the Shells, looking to take the lead.
Brendan West up the middle for a couple of yards. And now we have a flag flying in there late.
Yeah.
And that ball's marked at the 5-yard line. So Brendan West with 5 yards.
Let's see what we have. Oh, a face mask.
Face mask on the Piasol Birds, too.
Well, that'll make it that'll 5 yards on the gain and half the distance to the goal. They'll tack that on, so put that ball at about the 2.5, 3-yard line. It's a 5-yard penalty. Well, in this case, about a 2-yard penalty.
Half the distance. And Roxana setting up shop. Handoff goes to Brendan West. It looks like a flag, and it's going to be false start on the offense. Roxana penalty.
Who wants to win? Somebody, please tell me.
Amazing. Litchfield leading Marquette. 22-6 at halftime. It's now 22-18. You'll hear that game coming up right after this one, don't forget, so stay tuned. A couple of back-to-back great games here tonight in the SCC on the Big Z. Litchfield 22-18 over Marquette.
Well, Marquette fighting for its playoff life.
Late in the third quarter there.
Another flag. Good.
Another flag.
Goodness.
At the snap. It's going to be the Shells again, I'll bet you. Nope, offside, Southwestern.
Boy,
this is unbelievable.
Just the mistakes these teams are making here tonight it's appalling. It really is. How many times do we have to say it? Do we have to keep reminding ourselves this is week 6? Not week 1.
Exactly. Now the ball is back to about the 7-yard line. No.
So it's one of those, we giveth, you taketh away. Huh?
Exactly. Over and over and over. And the ball off to Jordan Briggs, headed to the corner of the end zone, and he steps in. Touchdown. 8:16 to go, fourth quarter. The Shells have the lead again. 25-21, Roxana.
Well, he gets to the edge there and just steps inside the pylon, and 3 carries on the night for Jordan Briggs, and 2 of them have gone for scores. The last 2 for scores, and the Shells have a lead, their second lead of the night. Now they lead by 4. They might go for 2 here just to try, because it's going to take a touchdown now for Southwestern to beat them. So you go for 2 here, you try to make this a 6-point game.
8:16 to go, and they'll go for 2. And Hackler under center for Roxana. He'll hand the ball off right side, and nothing doing there. Maybe not even back to the line of scrimmage for Jordan Briggs this time. And so, 8:16 was the time of our first score back in the second quarter. 8:16 the time of this score in the fourth quarter, and Roxana takes the lead again, back and forth again, 25-21 in favor of the Shells. You have to see it to believe it, folks. We've had
everything.
9 turnovers?
9. Almost had a 10th one. But the Shells were able, you know what? But we've had more than 9 balls put on the ground tonight.
Exactly.
We've had a couple of them where the teams have been able to recover their own would-be mistakes.
How about this? 9 turnovers, 7 touchdowns.
It's usually the other way around, but we may still get there yet. You never know. There's still 8:16 to go here tonight.
Couple of minutes.
Turnovers. You said 9 turnovers, 10 touchdowns. How about this? 10 penalties for Southwestern, 7 more for 17 penalties. Anything else we can think of here? Any other nuggets we can throw out?
All kinds. Couple of minutes after 9 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. We got a lot of time left in the first game of our doubleheader here tonight. And then we'll get to that Litchfield Marquette game. Kick goes to Southwestern, and they'll bring it back to the 20, 25, up near the 30.
Good tackle.
Zach Johnson, number 88, making a tackle on special teams and tackling, I think it was the freshman, Ryan Gecken.
Nice play there.
So, 29-yard line is where they'll start.
Looks like it. Looks like there was something set up there for the young freshman from Southwestern. And nice play by Johnson. Good pursuit. Gets his man, like you said, at the 29. Southwestern starts with it now, trailing by 4. 8:07 to go.
Shotgun for the Piasaw Birds. Yep. Receivers all over the place. Shearseth going underneath to Davis. He grabs it. He's knocked down right away by number 80 with an open field tackle. Tyler Gentry on Michael Davis there.
Gets about 2 yards on the play, but good open field tackle by Gentry to limit him to 2 yards. Clock runs, 7:40 to go. Big defensive stand here for Roxana, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. You stop the momentum here one way or the other, and someone take command of the game. We'll see if it happens. Southwestern ball. And they'll throw the double pass. They throw it down to Davis. Now back the other way. Briggs! There he is again. Jordan Briggs playing center field. And he makes the grab at his own 40-yard line.
There he is again. How many times are we going to call his name in one night?
How about another turnover?
We've hit double digits, thank you very much.
First interception by Southwestern after 4 fumbles.
And that one came on the pass from Davis. Was he the one there? Yeah. Davis, little razzle-dazzle there, huh? Didn't work.
Holy cow.
How about Jordan Davis tonight? Or Briggs, I'm sorry. Jordan Briggs. What a night he's having. Defense, running the football, and look at Mom.
Back to hand it off is Hackler. Up to the 45-yard line go the Shells. A gain of about 4 there.
Mom looks pretty happy, huh?
I think that was Trevor Hale, number 40, and Mrs. Briggs a little excited, yes. Rightfully so.
Absolutely.
25-21 ball game. Roxana with the lead here at home. Homecoming on the way next weekend. Another home game. Shells leading the Piasaw Birds. Hackler under center. Puts a man in motion. Carlisle will hand it to the running back, and West into the Piasaw Birds wall again. Nothing doing there at all. Lost a yard.
We've seen those a few times tonight, haven't we? Just as I was thinking how important of a series that was for the Roxana defense, just as equally as important of a series for the Roxana offense, you'd like to see them, if you're the home team, chew some time off the clock here, but not to be the case. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 6. We're running down to we're right at 6 minutes left now.
Here's a handoff up the middle again for the Shells, and nothing there. Maybe a yard, and that's it. 4th down, punting time. It's 4th and about 7.
I think that was a Pat Keith call there where he's just going, let's be a little conservative here. If we put the ball in the air, I don't know if I want to put this in the hands of Southwestern's defense to give them an opportunity to make a play.
Jordan Briggs will punt it away for Roxana. Marquette, remember, trailing 22-6. Early in the fourth quarter, they now lead Litchfield 24-22 in their homecoming game. And don't forget, you're going to hear that game.
It's their playoff game
tonight here on Z1570.
They can't afford to lose anymore.
Down 22-6 at halftime. Timeout, Roxana. They burn another timeout here.
Mike Martz at it again, huh? He was the master of killing those timeouts.
And
Pat Keith's a big guy, though. I think he'd take on old Mad Mike.
You think?
Handle him pretty well, I think.
Well, we're after 9 o'clock here and 5:05 remaining in the game. 25-21. Fourth quarter. And here in this second half, well, remember at halftime we had a 13-12 game. Then Southwestern went up on a touchdown, 21-12. But the last two touchdowns for the Shells, both have been scored by Briggs on touchdown runs. And Roxana back in the lead, 25-21 here.
You just look back and think back to the game. How do you pick a turning point in this game? But right now it's Jordan Briggs' 61-yard run. I mean, that was on, that followed.
A bad punt here as he boots one out at around the 40, about the 38 of Southwestern, and he shanked that one.
Yeah, I don't think he caught that one cleanly, but like I was saying before, tell you what, it's a 9-point game. They're down by 2 scores. He breaks off a run, and next thing you know, you're right back in the game, and his touchdown is the difference as well. But that one only 17-yard net punt.
Yep. So at their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, it's just a situation where you ask your defense to make a play because field goal can't tie it, a field goal can't beat you here.
There's a snap to
Wildcat
Jimmy
again.
Green. Green looking for some room on the outside. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage as they string it out.
I don't think so. He lost a yard or two there. Yeah, he lost a yard. Good pursuit there that time. They tried to string that out along the right edge and nothing there. Roxana's outside linebackers, boy, their linebackers have really done a good job tonight.
Well, we're under 5 minutes to go as Shearseth looks to his left. He has 3 receivers to the near side, 5 receivers in all. Shearseth looking, running, up the middle he goes. First down to midfield, over the 50 to the 45 of Roxana.
Well, he had a lane there, and he found it, and sure enough, he took off with it. Gets good yards down to the Roxana 45. Gives them a first down, and first time in a while they've been in Roxana territory. 4:10 to go. This could be Southwestern's opportunity here to score, best opportunity, trying to put a drive together.
Handoff up the middle, and Southwestern pushing forward, and Tyler Dunham, it looks like, carrying that one. Carrying it to the 44-yard line, a gain of a couple, second down.
Southwestern has 2 timeouts left. Roxana with only 1, so clock running, 3:40 to go. Birds have the clock and a couple of timeouts to work with, so really you want to have some urgency, but you also are thinking as well, let's score but not leave much time on the clock for the Shells either.
From the 44, a high snap. Green goes back to get it. Fumble, and it's covered by Southwestern. May keep it at their own 39-yard line.
Well, boy, that's just disaster for the Birds there. A high snap, and Shearseth does a great job there of getting a hand on it and just giving his team an opportunity to get back to it. He doesn't get a hand on that. Who knows how far back that's going to go? I mean, they're still going to lose. Boy, they're going to lose. That goes from Roxana's 44 from Roxana's 44 to the Southwestern 39. 17 yards.
Third and long. Third and long. Shotgun. 5 receivers for Southwestern. Shearseth back. He's in trouble, and he is sacked. He is sacked, and there's Danny Robertson, the linebacker, 32 for the Shells.
Pursuit. That's a down where you're thinking Roxana's going to throw a nickel package in there and just defend the long ball and keep anything from getting downfield, but no, they decided to bring the house there field to the man with the best hands for you, and that's Jimmy Green. He tries to throw the deep ball, but once again, guess who was on the coverage? Number 5. Who's number 5?
Back playing center field again, Jordan Briggs.
Didn't really have to do much with the ball there, but now Roxana gets it at the Southwestern 29, 1:44 to go. Southwestern still with 2. Unsportsmanlike. Oh, boy, and the penalty. 15 yards, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Birds. I don't know what happened there, but we see the referees marching the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line. Touchdown here could put this thing away.
I think the Shells may just run it between the tackles, and they don't need a first down.
Well, they do. Southwestern's got 2 timeouts left, so they can get a stop here. First down would do it, though.
Here's West over the right side. He's going to lean forward for maybe 2 yards. Timeout, Piasaw Birds. We'll take a break, too. We're down to 1:39 to go in this game. Roxana up 25-21 over Southwestern. Roxana Shells and Southwestern Piasaw Birds. Southwestern led 21-12 with under a minute to go in the third quarter, but the Shells with the last 2 touchdowns, and now a penalty is called before the snap after the Southwestern timeout. And we have a penalty on Roxana. It's going to be Shells with yet another. Closing in on 20 penalties in this game.
Well, that's going to back it up. What, 5 yards here?
We'll see.
Pat Keith just lost another nerve.
25-21, Roxana. Here's a handoff to Brendan West over the right side, right tackle. 1:32 to go. Timeout again. Southwestern, their last timeout.
Well, they can't stop the clock anymore, so Roxana can come close to getting this under a minute to go, and I'm going to think that they'll run the ball here once again. West gets about 6 on the carry there. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 8 here. You won't see them throw the ball here, no way. Southwestern with no timeouts, so they can't stop the clock anymore. Probably get another running play here, and you know Pat Keith will run this. He'll milk every second off that he possibly can, and who knows, may even go for it on 4th down, because even if you try a field goal here, all it does is put you up by 7. It'll still give the Birds a chance to tie the game, so I would think Roxana will try to force them to go the length of the field, and look who's got the ball.
Over the left side it goes for the Shells. Jordan Briggs, and now it's going to be 4th down for Roxana, and clock rolling, 1:15 to go in the ball game. And one of these teams was going to win the game with 5 turnovers, and it looks like it's going to be the Shells. Each team with 5 turnovers.
That's hideous.
It's ugly.
You don't deserve to win a game with 5 turnovers, but when both teams have 5 turnovers, somebody's got to win a ball game. And
Roxana will use their last timeout once they let the play clock run all the way down, and Coach Pat Keith will do that. Now we're at 51 seconds to go in the game.
He's not going to put the ball in the air here once again, so I would just imagine run the ball. If you don't get the first down, they've got to go a long way to beat you here, and without any timeouts.
True.
So it's going to be a tall task.
Timeout, Roxana. Now both teams are out of timeouts. And we'll see what happens with this 4th down play. Roxana, 2 and 3, but less than a minute from moving to 3 and 3 on the year. with Greenville coming to town, and then 2 road games at Marquette and at East Alton Wood River. 51 seconds left. Hackler gives to Carlisle. He bounces it outside, and it's a touchdown on 4th down. Touchdown from the 10-yard line, and the Shells lead it 31-21. Amazing. Well, Southwestern just basically was hanging on by a thread there. You get a stop, and yeah, it's the odds are stacked against you, but that pretty much wraps this one up with 45 seconds to go. Carlisle with another touchdown. He has 3 TDs. The extra point is blocked. 31-21 will remain the score. 10-yard touchdown run, Carlisle. Roxana, 10-point lead. Well, looks like each team is going to be 3-3 now, and again, they go into week 7 in playoff mode. Both of them still with an opportunity of making the playoffs. But Roxana with a little momentum now after getting this, what looks like it's going to be a victory here tonight. Southwestern on the skids now. They started 3-1 now, 2 in a row. They're going to be in a desperate situation next week to try to halt this 2-game slide. We'll see what happens when we get to another week of football, but a lot of action going on this weekend. Roxana scored 32 points against Vandalia in their first win of the year, then 29 when they beat Litchfield, and they have 31 here tonight. Well, they've outscored the Birds in this 4th quarter, 12-0. It's a difference in the ball game. And they've scored the last, 19 points. It was 21-12. Roxana with a kickoff after the touchdown. Southwestern bringing it back over the 25, and that's it. Now Southwestern ball to finish out the ball game. Need 2 scores, no timeouts, 39 seconds left. What are the odds? Not very good. Not even with what we've seen here tonight, which was a little of everything. Oh, really? Oh, really? Piasaw Birds ball, we are at 38.9 seconds to go. Receivers left and right. Shotgun. Shearseth in trouble. And he is sacked by the Shells back at the 20 or near the 20-yard line. Might be the last play of the game. Robertson in on that one again, along with some other Shells for sure. Southwestern with 13 seconds to go. Nick Shearseth running for his life, running near the out-of-bounds marker, and steps out with 6.9 seconds to go now before the Shells win and go to 3-3. Probably one more play. One more play it is. Shells over the Piasaw Birds here tonight, week 6, SCC football. Litchfield and Marquette coming up. Another great game on the way in the SCC. There's a throw to the near side, and it is complete. And that's going to be the end of the ball game. Roxana, 31-21 over Southwestern. Back to Shell Country in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac, serving the River Bend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.